Good day, ma'am. Good day, everyone. My name is Geraldine Capago from BSA English 2B. So for this video, I will be going to discuss to all of you about the reading comprehension strategy. So reading comprehension is essential to academic learning areas, to professional success, and to lifelong learning. The struggle to improve the quality of education provided to students relies on the necessity of teaching reading comprehension strategies. The comprehension of written text is now embedded in all content areas, which is assist on the standardized test given to our students. According to the Number Child Left Behind Act of 2001 to 2002, for schools to continue to receive government funding, all state schools must show the continuous and substantial improvement. For all students, including students with disabilities, minorities, English as a second language, and the low-income population. In order to raise the standards in the public school systems, in standardized testing is used to measure accountability. In order for students and teachers to obtain fair evaluation, students must know how to use reading comprehension strategies to provide the accountability data. Every Student Succeeds Act of 2015 states to prioritize services to students who are lowest achieving. This act uses grouping of ethnicity, disabilities, migrant status, and English proficiency to measure standardized testing for accountability in order for the school systems to obtain funds to continue educating students. The data must show growth within the groups. Reading comprehension is the main factor that all content standards have in common in order to provide growth opportunities in every subject matter. Reading comprehension strategies must be taught to obtain the knowledge needed to satisfy the accountability standards. The comprehension strategy has also the type to be called, and those are the comprehension skills and strategy, and the metacognitive and the cognitive strategy. So let's start to the comprehension skills and strategy. Skills is the ability to use one's knowledge effectively and readily in execution or performance. Some skills come natural for some people, and some skills must be obtained over sessions of practice. Reading comprehension in schools used to be read and answer question. There was no intervention to help students that did not actually comprehend the text and teach them how to decode the text. It defines strategy as the art of devising or employing plans or stratagems toward a goal. The goal is for the students to obtain and the use of the knowledge they are presented with. In order for the knowledge in the text to be obtained, strategies must be taught for students to pinpoint important aspects of the text. Some readers naturally have the skill, and others have to practice obtain this skill. It is imperative for teachers to teach reading comprehension strategies so the skill can be used in every subject. Metacognitive and cognitive strategies. Reading comprehension strategies are vital to successful in knowledge. According to Zaire Il 2014, metacognition is deliberate, planned, intentional, and goal-directed and future-oriented mental processing that can be used to accomplish cognitive tasks. Self-regulation and preparation are the two components of metacognitive routine thinking, and students that have shown deficiencies in reading are lacking these skills. The first aspect of reading comprehension strategy is to be called reciprocal teaching. So reciprocal teaching involves teaching comprehension strategies of prediction, clarifying, questioning, and summarizing text. Reciprocal teaching can be applied whole groups, or with partners. Collaborative learning is encouraged with reciprocal teaching, making peer interaction available for the ultimate learning experience. These students become the teacher as they take turns communicating about the text. Reciprocal teaching was researched by Esporera. Investigate different teaching strategies for reading comprehension with an emphasis on reciprocal teaching. The participants included 2003 to 6th grades divided into 4 groups. 97% of the participants were Caucasian and 86% spoke the German language. The instruments used during the research were ANOVA and the Chi-square test. The control group used traditional instruction, and the other 3 groups included reciprocal teaching in the following conditions: small groups, pairs, and instructional guided. The intervention included 6 training sessions which introduced the 4 stages as well as discussion of expected behavior and why the intervention was important. 14th lesson. The 14 lessons that lasted 45 minutes and 2 lessons a week using explicit teaching and on standardized testing. The explicit teaching, discussion, the modeling, and practice resulted in the small groups outperforming the other groups on standardized testing. The study gave little insight on the effect of this strategy on diverse communities or economically disadvantaged students, but it was very detailed on the steps taken during the intervention that could be implemented in the regular classroom setting. The next one is REAP, which is to be called the read, encode, annotate, and ponder. So, students use the REAP strategy to synthesize the author's thoughts in their own words. Tasdemir 2010 further explained that reading and writing skills are improved by utilizing this strategy. REAP stands for read, encode, annotate, and ponder. The strategy is used for students to think about the text and write what they have to read in their own words by creating notes in and out of the text. The intervention consisted of a cognitive approach by activating background knowledge. Read the text silently, identifying the important items in the text, and writing the meaning in their own words. The intervention lasted for 6 sessions and 1 session for the pre- and post-test. The strategy showed significant growth and positive outcomes. The third one is the mixed method strategy. So, the multidimensionality of reading comprehension means that instruction will be more effective when tailored to students' performance with specific texts and tasks. The mixed method strategy combines cognitive and metacognitive strategies to fit the needs to the specific students. The strategy leans on the concept that one size does not fit in all and different students may need different strategies to comprehend reading. The use of metacognitive strategies to increase reading comprehension in 5th grade students. The participants include 5th grade students, boys and girls ages 10 to 12. One group has previous experience with comprehension strategies and one group did not. The instrument used in the study were the Qualtrics survey to identify selected teachers, and comprehension was measured using Reading A to Z Inventory and ANOVA. The intervention included one teacher teaching a metacognitive strategy and one teacher not teaching the strategy to the students that were previously exposed. The results showed that the students that were not previously taught the strategy made significant gains, but the group that had previous experience did not make significant gains. This could mean that the students are not metacognitively synthesizing the strategies to use in the future. And the last one is the implications for classroom practice. So, I believe that according to this research, the RIP strategy is a useful tool to teach students how to read in a metacognitive way. But because so many strategies have to be taught before implementing this strategy, it would be the best to start out early with the mixed method strategy and work up to the RIP strategy. Teachers would need specific professional learning on how to teach individual strategies, such as RIP, and how to change to a mixed method strategy if a whole group strategy is not working for individual students. In conclusion, the research articles support my view because there was little evidence that reciprocal teaching is an effective strategy for teaching comprehension. All three of the RIP articles showed evidence of gains, but also revealed that other strategies must be taught in order to reach the level of using the strategy. Teachers would need to learn other strategies, such as the mixed method strategy, to build smaller skills to lead up to a RIP strategy. The mixed method strategy also proved to be useful for diverse students and students with disabilities.